Well, hello there. Hi, y'all. This is Cheryl Abram, and this is my Everyone Deserves an Epiphany channel. As you can see, the name has changed. So I've been doing a couple of things. It's been a minute since I've been on this channel, but I've been extremely active on my cyber training with Ypifany. So if you guys are over there, you know, I've just been, doing a whole bunch of stuff over there, okay? But because of some of the other things I have going on, I'm absolutely going to be getting back to this channel as well. So let me just tell you what those things are, okay? First of all, the name change, of course, as you can see, Everyone Deserves an Epiphany. And my Patreon. Now, let me show you my Patreon because it's based on this channel, okay? So it's called E-Day, which is the acronym for Everyone Deserves an Epiphany, okay? And I'm going to show you what I got on there. I'm doing a lot of training and development things right now, and I am so excited about all these different projects, okay? And I'm really eager to be able to share some of that stuff with you all. Okay, so this is the page. Everyone Deserves an Epiphany, all right? I just started it. I have 2 patrons so far. Now this is what I see when I come on. So, you know, you guys will be seeing some of the same stuff. Okay. So what it's for is, hold on, I gotta put my glasses on so I can see this. Okay. Let me see if I can get to the home page or the creator page, whatever they call that. Okay, so you can become a patron here. There's a lot of stuff on here already, a lot of content on here already. Right now, we are doing a book club. I have a book club going on where we're reading The End of Jobs. I have here, I'm going to the Real Skills Conference that Seth Godin is putting on. I have all kinds of, we had a cyber trivia game the other night. It was a lot of fun. This is the book we're reading, The End of Jobs by Taylor Pearson. Very, very good. Tonight, I'm actually having the second book club meeting after I'm done with this video. So if you want to be a part of that, you can come on over to the Patreon. It's patreon.com/eday. Okay. A lot of different posts, things to comment on, to ask questions about, if that's something you want to do. You know, just giving some pointers. And what you can do is, so when you come on here, okay, you will see the different tiers that I have. Where the hell is that? How do I pull that up? Let me see now. Post patrons page. View page. Maybe this will let me do it. Just so I can show y'all. Okay, here you go. All right, so not my membership. This is where I was before. How do I see what you all see? That's what I'm trying to do here. Creator account. I told y'all I just started this thing, so I got to get used to it to see what the hell. Oh, here we go. View your public page right here. There you go. All right. So when you come here, this is what you'll see. Okay. Now I have this Patreon because of all the writing that I do, these videos that I'm creating, and the training that I'm redesigning. Okay. So as a patron, what you would be doing is, you know, really supporting me and getting all of that content created and out here for you and other people to use. Okay. So if you contribute, you would be able to see some exclusive content that I won't share with anybody else, right? So you would be the first to see it on Patreon. For example, right now I'm redesigning using person-centered design, a certification course. Okay, I'm very excited about it. I think it's going to make such a difference in the way the course looks, the way it's taught, and all of that. I'm very excited. I'm going to talk about it here, but you won't be able to actually see what it looks like unless you go to the Patreon, okay? Because that's, you know, that's exclusive content that I'm going to have for my members. So You see there's different tiers, 1, 5, 15, and there is one more, a $25 level. You know that we are the evolving minds. You know, that's who we are. And so all of this has to do with getting there, okay? Getting to a point to where you're ready, okay? And you're just ready to do this. So the things you'll get here are the live chats, the book club, of course, exclusive videos and posts and other kinds of content, one-on-one mentoring, and of course, you know, there's conversation in the chat community. So if you're interested, come on over here to Patreon. It's very, very affordable, and you'll get a lot out of it. I have so much stuff on here that I'm just dying to talk to you all about. It's really good, and it's useful. It's going to help. Okay, it's very much profit generating type things. Okay. All right. So that's that. What else did I want to talk to you about? So I talked about the book club, redesigning, the training, the one-on-one conversations. Now, the last time I was on here, and you may have seen, so the book club stuff, I do it for my patrons first. Okay, so they get the first look at it, and when I do it live, you know, it's unlisted. Okay, but then after a day or two, I post it on this channel. Okay, so you may have already seen the book club things, and I'm going to do one tonight and post it on this channel in a couple of days as well. All right, so, but the last time I was here, I talked about a list of 100 people that I'd seen who were influential in influencing learning and development, okay? And I was a bit disturbed and perturbed about what that list looked like, okay? And if you don't remember, you can go back to the video. It was like 3 or 4 videos before this one. All right, and I gotta pull it out of my Gmail real quick so I can show y'all. Okay. So I'm going to show you the list I saw that, you know, lit a fire under me for me to go and do my own research. Okay. And then I'm going to show you what I came up with. Now, this took months. This was not a weekend project. This took like a good 3 months to do. Okay. Because it took a lot of like, I'm serious. I was up till the wee hours putting this list together. Okay. But let me first show you, it's on the screen right here. That initial, here you go. Here you go, right here. Over here. No, not that one. Is it in my email? I think it's in my email too. Yeah. Give me 1 second, child. Here it is. 100 learning pioneers. Hold on. Did I do this without, Lord have mercy? Hold on a second. I sent myself the email and I forgot to attach the damn thing. That's okay. Let me find it on, it's on my Twitter as well. You know what? Come on, let me share the screen so y'all can come along with me to see what the hell is going on here. Let's share the screen. Okay. All right. Now let's go to my Twitter. We can find this thing. Now I know I liked it, but I'm hoping that this is the name of it. And if it isn't, I'm going to have to go to, who shared it? What was that dude's name? Shit, I follow him too. Let me check. So this is the new list that I came up with, okay? There's more than this because you can't see the whole thing because this is just a picture. But let me try to find this other thing here. I wish this did like, what do you call it? Facebook, because Facebook, you know, they save everything that you do. it was content, not a connection. I can't believe I did that and I did not send the picture. All right, well, I'm gonna have to, what was that dude's name? It's important for y'all to see it. So I showed it to you already, but I wanted to show it to you again. Oh, for those of you who may not, oh, wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Is this it? Gotcha. Here you go. Here it go. So the screen, get over there now. All right, am I still sharing? Can y'all see that? Let me reshare just in case. The screen gotta be tripping sometimes. Reshare it now. Share screen. There you go. Okay. These are, according to someone, Donald Clark. That's his name, Donald Clark. He's the one who shared this. 100 influential people in, you know, who've influenced the learning profession, field, discipline. Okay. And I was like, oh, okay, you know, that's interesting stuff. You know, you see all the way up here, you know, these various Pluto and Aristotle, I guess, you know, some individuals from Asia that look like JC right there. I'm assuming that's who that is, but all of these people, okay, is that Freud? I believe that's Freud. Some of these people I don't know, but according to this list, they've influenced in one or more ways what we do today in learning and development, okay? Now I'm going through this list and I'm like, in 1,000 years, this list spans 1,000 years, according to the post. 1 and 3 zeros. This is what the face of L&D looks like. I'm like, that's, first of all, impossible. It's impossible that we've gone all this time and the only the 100 top, I guess, influences to learning and development are these folks right here. Okay. No, I was not going. I wasn't going there. You know, I wasn't going to fall for the okie doke. I was not accepting that narrative because it's not true. It absolutely is not true. So my goal was to find more of the people who were influential in the things that we do today, okay? Everybody is not white and male, first of all, and the few non-whites and non-males on this, it's impossible that there were those few. Impossible. I don't care what you say, it's impossible, okay? Now, let me get back to my list. So this is the thing that got me to like, okay, I got some work to do. I clearly see that I have some work to do because we're not going to put this narrative out there and just leave it there to, you know, no, we're not going to do that. But what we are going to do is we're going to make it more true. Okay. Because this needs to be more true. It's possible for this to be more true because right now, you know, it's like, it's down here. Okay. Can you see it? We're trying to get it a little higher. Okay. A little closer to what the truth actually is. Okay. So let me show you what I did now. Now, like I said, this took months. This was not no small project. Okay. That took a few hours. So what I call it, and this is it's on my LinkedIn page. It's what that page I just showed you. And I'm going to share it in the description down here too. And I'm going to reshare it on LinkedIn as well. Okay. But I call it Influential Black, Indigenous People of Color and Women. Normally it's BIPOC, but I added the W. Okay. Let me get my face out of here so y'all can see this more clearly. All right. Let me that bigger too. That'd be bigger for y'all. Okay. So BIPOC plus a W, and traditions throughout history. Okay. Now this first part is really, really important. So the contributions of many of these Black, Indigenous, people of color, and women pioneers, thought leaders, inventors, and leaders are largely unknown, and or their contributions have been co-opted and falsely claimed by individuals in the dominant culture. That's truth, 100%. So I invite you to do your own research. Don't just believe me, okay? Do your own research on these very fascinating people and the work they've done to help us grow, mature, and thrive today. Now that list, it wasn't 100 on that list. It was like 94 or something like that. So I said, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna do 94 people. You know, we gonna go head to head with this thing here. Child, I got to like, I think I only got to like 60 something. This was a lot of damn work. Okay, I'm telling you, because I had to, hold on, let me get over here because I'm talking now. I'm about to see you when I'm talking. StreamYard, come on now. Okay, I had to go to Google and put in search terms like contributions to human resources before colonization. So I had to phrase it very carefully. I couldn't just say influential Asians or Africans or Filipinos or, you know, South Americans, right, in human resources or learning and development or, you know, or management models. Okay, I couldn't just say that because I get the regular, you know, the regular stuff that you get. I'm trying to find the people who contributed before the narrative was changed, right? But before their work was co-opted by somebody else. Okay, so I had to, it was a lot of work. And it wasn't just that phrase, like that would take me something, then I'd have to go somewhere else and I have to do a different kind of, I'm telling y'all, this took, I added it up. It took about 86 hours to come up with these 70 plus people. About 86 hours, okay? Which is why I only have 70 something, okay? Because it was gonna take me, talk about a sister was tired, child. Okay, now let's see who we got here. I ain't gonna go through all 70 something because y'all can go to the, like I said, I'll put the link in here. You can go ahead and go to my LinkedIn page and read all of them, okay? So this person right here, CASHAPP, I don't know how to pronounce that. Egyptian philosophers. A lot of these people were philosophers, okay? A lot of them did a lot of thinking outside the box, okay? A lot of challenging the status quo, which is something I absolutely love. Okay, here's another one, Imhotep. You know, you know him from the movies and stuff, but he, you know, there was more to him than the mummy, okay? Anna Julia Hayward Cooper, an author, educated sociologist, world-class education, advocated for a model of classical education espoused by W.E.B. Du Bois. Now, what you won't see in here are people that we normally hear about during Black History Month, okay? Because we know, okay, we know about their contributions. We talk about that every year in February, okay? So you're not gonna see them in here. I really wanted to highlight those people who we really haven't heard of before. And so a lot of these people I had never heard of until I did this research. Like this guy right here, France Omar Fanon, okay? West Indian psychiatrist, political philosopher, influential intellectual. He was a Marxist humanist concerned with the psychopathology of colonization. Okay, he helped found the field of institutional psychotherapy. Okay, he helped found that. Okay, this is another person. Dr. Maxie Clarence Maltzby Jr. was another psychiatrist. Okay, he created the rational, what's called the rational behavior therapy method, which is a technique that addresses 3 groups of learned behaviors: cognitive, emotive, and physical. Okay, never heard of him before. This was my first time, you know, and the stuff that he talks about in rational behavioral therapy, I use today in this course that I'm telling you about, this person-centered redesign that I'm doing. I use this stuff in there. Okay, never heard of him, never. This is a dancer. He created the Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater. Okay. His work fused theater, modern dance, ballet, and jazz with Black vernacular. Very, very influential person in the arts. Okay, in the arts. Yes, we're talking about the arts, because a lot of L&D, if you're doing it right, okay, there's a lot of art involved in that. All right, it's not all best practices and following policies and procedures. Okay, you got to use your own creativity to come up with a lot of this stuff if you're doing it right. Okay, if you're doing it right. Dr. Linda James Myers. So she created the oneness model of human functioning. Okay, offering a transdisciplinary focus that builds on insights from Western tradition of African deep thought, okay, and converges with Eastern philosophies. I mean, these people have done some amazing things. Did you know that this man right here, okay, he's a Black inventor, and what did he create? He made, so using biomimicry. Have y'all heard me talk about biomimicry on this channel before? Biomimicry. He used, so looking at how bees constructed the honeycomb. He won the Gordon Bell Prize, which is the Nobel Prize for computation, okay? And he, what does it say? He created the first, where is it? Emulating the bee, invent the world's fastest computer. The fastest computer. Have you heard of him? He invented the world's fastest computer. You never heard of him. You haven't. Okay. See, that's the stuff I'm talking about here, right? And they're used right now to forecast the weather. Right now, you know, there's a hurricane coming because of what he's done. Okay, not just him, but other people. But look, never heard of him. All right, but you heard of him now. Now, this is not a person, because what I found as I was going back and back and back and back, okay, it got to the point to where you could not point to one individual, okay, to say this person did that, okay, or this person created this thing, you know, because that's just the way we roll, okay, we roll like that, right? It's no longer an individualistic type society, right? Now we're all about community. So there was no way, there was just no way I could say, yes, this person did this. So Ubuntu is a term meaning humanity. I am because we are, okay? It's used in a philosophical sense. So Ubuntu values creative cooperation, empathic communication, and teamwork. Okay. Now, this isn't a philosophy that we use in HR that I don't know what is, okay? And not just HR. And a lot of the models, you know, the forward-thinking models. Now, this is old. This is old as dirt, okay? But we have management models right now that are coming out reflecting this, like holacracy is one of them. Teal organizations, okay, from Lalo's book, right? That reflects Ubuntu. That's what that is. That ain't nothing new. Okay, we've been doing that. So so this is one thing. Christopher Emdin, he's amazing. Amazing. He uses hip hop in designing training for the kids. Ciao. Listen to his TED Talk. He's absolutely amazing. I'm telling you. Dr. Gloria Billings, culturally relevant teaching. Okay, she made this popular in the 1990s, all right, and it's something that we talk about right now. Alma Trinidad Filipina American, okay. She did a theoretical framework of a critical indigenous pedagogy, okay? So, you know, curriculum is what we do. A pedagogy is how we do it, okay? So indigenous pedagogy, right? So you're really, and is going back to the BIPOC, right? Making sure that there's a place for that kind, you know, for these individuals to grow and to thrive, okay? With the way that you're teaching the curriculum, okay? Charles Clinton Spalding, a very distinguished looking gentleman right here, okay? His writing preceded renowned management pioneers and gurus like Henry Fayol and Chester Bernard, and reflect principles we still endorse today in management and entrepreneurship. Now you know. Stafford Hood, I was very happy to hear about him, and I'd actually discovered him earlier about something, because, you know, a large part of my portfolio is evaluation. So he is one of the people directly responsible for our culturally responsive evaluation model and method, okay? So here's another one like Ubuntu. It's called Sushi. I hope I'm saying that right. Sushi. It's quality or human quality. It's from China. Okay, it focuses on 3 key dimensions: moral, physical, and mental. It's a way of building quality employees and citizens. All right. And of course, you must know this lady, Ms. Angela Davis. Okay, another philosopher, author of 9 books, emphasize the importance of building communities of struggle for economic, racial, and gender justice. Mr. Chen, Taiwanese American computer scientist. So very technical software engineer. He created the ER, or the entity relationship model, okay? And again, like I said, I'm not gonna go through all this. Miss Sophia here, Miss Sophia was a mathematician, philosopher, and physicist. She worked on the theory of elasticity, child. Miss Sophia, Miss Sophia. Ada Lovelace, another mathematician who knew what the hell she was doing. She's regarded as the first to recognize the full potential of computers and one of the first computer programmers. Even programmers don't know who this lady is, okay? Unfortunately. So let's see, let me go on here. Who else we got here? Professor of Electrical Engineering at Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Statistical communication theory. Okay, here's a female Egyptian nuclear physicist. Okay, Edward Said, Palestinian American. All right. What did he do? Public intellectual, founder of the academic field of post-colonial studies. Okay. Photographer. She's a photojournalist. Okay, documented her country. Published under a pseudonym. She was awarded something, another artist, okay? What do we have here? Another philosopher, symbol of Indian intellectual women. Maitreyi, I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that right. This young lady is a lawyer. I'm not gonna even try to pronounce her name, okay? Disability rights activist from Ethiopia, okay? She was awarded the Right Livelihood Award for inspiring work promoting the rights and inclusion of people with disabilities. Mary Asto, okay, who else? Another one, young lady here who is about being inclusive of those with disabilities. And I love her philosophy about disabilities, right? That it's not about me. It's not me that makes me disabled. It's you, you know? It's the community. It's your reaction to me. You know, that's what makes me disabled. Okay. Yes, I am differently abled, but so everybody's differently abled. Okay. I'm differently abled than you are. Okay. Now, what makes them, you know, those that we call disabled, you know, is us and our reaction to it. And the fact that we don't have things to accommodate their particular disability, like we got to accommodate our disabilities. Okay, y'all need to get into that now. I love that philosophy. I'd never heard anybody put it like that before, but I think it's genius. It's genius. I absolutely love it. E.E. Just here, okay? Mr. Just did some impressive things, I'm telling you. General systems theory, okay? He did a lot of stuff at cybernetics, child. Cybernetics. And I think in the PDF I have, I actually have the dates there, I believe. Okay. Miss Ori Okolo, I friended her on Twitter. She's an activist, lawyer, and blogger. Using the power of blogging to push their countries forward and help Africans to truly connection. She's all about connection, okay? Another mathematician, philosopher, and astronomer, philosopher. Eliza Suggs, Sherry Turkle. Very interesting, especially with the work that I do right now in cybersecurity, right? I think I friended her on Twitter as well, but she has some amazing books that I would really like to read. Here you go. For those of you who like gaming, Gerald A. Lawson, right? This is the guy you need to shake his hand, okay? Because it's because of him and the work that he did that you have the games you have right now, okay? Herman Kennedy. He was the first psychologist to examine the role of race of the examiner as a bias factor in IQ testing, okay? I've heard many people talk about him, one lady especially who was writing her PhD on oppression, okay? And he wrote Pedagogy of the Oppressed. And I hear it's an amazing book. I haven't read it yet, but I hear it's awesome. Dr. Eric J. Huffman, I actually connected with him on LinkedIn, but his talk, he did a TED Talk as well, psychology behind cybersecurity, which is all about, I mean, cyber is not just about the technology, okay, and the data. You cannot separate that from the people, right? And it's the same thing about learning. You can't separate learning from me, from the person, okay? You can't separate learning from teaching. If you're teaching and you're not learning, there is no learning happening. I'm sorry to tell you. I'm sorry to tell you. If you're coming in the room and you already know everything and there's nothing else for you to learn, you're only there to tell people what you know, there is no learning occurring in that moment. There is none, okay? It's reciprocal. And as I'm learning, same thing. If I am not able to teach as well, it has to be reciprocal. If learning or teaching is going to happen, okay? Otherwise, you got two corks, right there in the middle, ain't shit going on. You just talking, and the same way a car passed by and your ears just hear it because the car passed by, that's what's happening in your training class, okay? You just jabbering, and because ain't nothing wrong with my ears, I just hear it, okay? But ain't no learning happening. Mm-hmm. Bell Hooks is another name you probably have heard before. Zara Jacob, or Jacob, however you say that. Very interesting. Ethiopian philosopher from northern Ethiopia. What does it say on here? Many of his ideas, okay? Many of his ideas. So he was about modern philosophy, and he was critical to the development of natural science. Have you heard of him? No, you haven't. I can answer that for you. You have not. Okay. Many of his ideas predate similar ideas described by who? European philosophers during the Age of Enlightenment. Okay. He remains comparatively obscure to this day. That's a nice way of saying it. Okay. Comparatively obscure. Okay. To this day. I have to tell you, as I was doing this stuff, I was getting real hot under the collar. Like, seriously. Seriously. I mean, come on. Okay, first African to earn a PhD in philosophy at a European university. Okay, he went on to teach philosophy. This young lady, Emerita Cueto, one of the Philippines' greatest philosophers, okay, achieved the Chevalier, oh goodness, I'm not even try. France's highest academic decoration, okay? 6 languages, man. A Rwandan philosopher here, another person from Africa, Kenya. Joe Louis Clark, y'all know the movie Stand By Me, okay? Is that the name of the movie? With not Samuel Jackson, who the other one? Morgan Freeman was the teacher in Stand By Me. It's based on him and his philosophy for teaching, okay? He got plenty results. Okay, so those are the folks. And I actually think there are, if you go to the LinkedIn one, you'll see, because I don't think this is my last final. You know how you get 3 or 4 final copies before you actually get to the actual final copy? I think this was like the 3rd final. And there's another final after this final, okay? So go ahead on over to my LinkedIn so you can see the rest of this stuff and read it for yourself, okay? All right, now that's what I wanted to share with y'all today because I said I was going to do that when I first started this project, okay? And I've had it up on LinkedIn for a minute, so I just needed to come back here and let y'all know what I did. So go, read the thing and please share it with people, okay? Because that stuff, let me tell you something. A couple, maybe 3 years ago, or two or 3 years ago, I did my 23andMe, okay? Because I remember when I was going to Salve Regina University in Rhode Island to get my bachelor's degree in social work. I had a teacher, and I forget what class, civics class maybe, something like civics class, something like that, right? But on the first day, now Salve Regina is in Rhode Island, okay, it's on Aquidneck Island. The school itself is a bunch of renovated mansions. I said mansions, the ones with the big doors and the winding staircases. And from my class, I could see the cliff walk, okay, on the ocean, okay, on the Atlantic Ocean. A bunch of mucky mucks. I mean, these people got money for days, all right? I was one of very few Black people in the school. And in this particular class, I was the only one in there, okay? So my teacher, my professor, he asked people the question, tell me where your like how you got here, where did your folks who came over to America, where did they come from? What do you call it? It's not migrate. What the hell you call it again? Shit. I don't know, whatever it's called. How did you get over here? And every person, my grandma came from Italy. My great grandmother was in Spain or something. Europe, Dutch. We're Dutch. I'm Irish and half Jewish, and we came from. Everybody had a story. Everybody knew. He got to me. He said, Cheryl, and I'm like, I'm from Louisiana. Like, I don't know what, like, I don't know what you want me to say. Listen, that's all I know. I know my grandmother was born in Louisiana. Her mother was born, it wasn't in Louisiana, it was someplace else, but her mother, everybody, for the last 5, 6 generations was born in America, here in America. I don't know nothing about Europe and all these other places, okay? But the point he was making was, because there was not a Native American in the room, I was the most American person there, me. The Black girl, the African American was the most American in that room, okay? Now, and I have to tell you, I felt some type of way about that because I felt like, okay, I don't know. Like, I don't know anything about where I came from outside of America. I know nothing, nothing, which is kind of sad. I mean, that it's sad. These other people could tell you 10, 12 generations before, where they originated. I have no idea. Okay. So I went ahead and I got my 23andMe done, and it was very colorful. It was very colorful. I had like 63% from, was it West? I think it was West Africa, 63%. But the rest of it, there was some Native American in there. There was some Irish in there. I mean, it was from, I'm just like a whole smorgasbord of stuff, which I'm sure everybody in that classroom is a smorgasbord of stuff, I just knew one of the pieces, and that was just American, But that was it was nice to get that report back. And I don't know how accurate that shit is. People, they have questions about it, whatever. But just to do it and to have some kind of possible idea, of where my roots are, okay, other than America, okay, because I got roots here too. Okay, but where are my other roots? Where do they come from? That's really good to know. And doing this project, was really, I loved it. It was a lot of work. I spent a lot of hours doing it, but I really, really did enjoy it because I know what I'm capable of. I know. I don't care what that first picture is with that don't mean nothing, right? Because I know what I and people like me are capable of. We are very intelligent, very, very creative, really large thinkers. Okay. I know we contributed, that's not even a question, But something's wrong when you feel like you have to. What do they call that? Not white. Is it whitewash? When you tell the story the way you want to tell it to make yourself look good. Okay, that's sad. Something wrong with that. Okay, that's really sad. But we're not going to do that over here. Okay, because we're all about truth telling. Okay, because you can't change anything if you don't start with the truth. Like, we know that, right? That's what Ypifany is all about, right? Evolving minds know that you cannot change anything if you don't first start with the truth. Okay, right? Yeah, come on now. So let's start there at the beginning with the truth. All right, I'm glad that I was able to get back here and do this. I've been wanting to do this for a while, and I finally did it. So again, if you are interested in the book club and seeing exclusive content regarding revising training using a person-centered approach, where I'll have all the steps, like all the stuff that I went through to do it, the evaluation will be there, because that has to happen, okay, in the very beginning, okay, in more ways than one. Okay, all that's going to be there on the Patreon. So, if you want to partake and, see what's there and share it with others, please go ahead and support. Okay, well, it was nice spending time here again. Everyone deserves an epiphany. Thank you, my evolving minds, for bearing with me and being here. For those of you who see the replay, let me know if you have any questions. I'm very happy. I'm accessible here as well as on my social media posts, and in the description I have everywhere that I am. I'm all over the place, okay, all over the place. And I'm actually going to be at a conference, on a virtual live conference called the Nothing Conference on this weekend. I think it's Saturday. I'll put the link in the description, okay, so you know that. But it was nice spending time. Thank you so much. Y'all have an amazing evening, and I will absolutely see you back here next time.